Hello everybody, welcome to the Sweet Source Canada YouTube channel. And today we're going to be doing an engine oil change plus an engine flush on this 1998 Volvo V70 T5. I'll get into my reasons right after the intro. Alright, so this is a process I've done before, not on this car in particular, but I have done it on our 1999 Volvo S70 non-turbo. And the reason why I did an engine flush on that car is because it was burning a bit of oil on startup. Especially on cold starts, you'd see a bit of blue smoke coming out of the exhaust pipe. And after that, I said, you know what, let me give this engine flush a try and see what it does. Why not, right? So I'm going to be doing the same thing on this car. It does seem to have the same kind of issue where it burns a little bit of oil on startup, and I've had to top up this car a couple times, so it's probably worth a shot to see if it helps. Now on the S70 it actually did help, and I haven't seen blue smoke, and it's been maybe about a year and a half to 2 years that I've done this flush, and I haven't seen any blue smoke whatsoever come out of the exhaust on cold startup. So it seems to have pretty much solved the issue. So maybe there was some buildup or something, or whatever it is that was causing it to burn a little bit of oil. Not exactly sure 100% how it works, but it's pretty much a liquid detergent that pretty much goes in your oil. It thins out your oil a little bit too. So you don't want to be running this while you're driving. You want to just be idling it for about 10 to 15 minutes as per the instructions on the can itself. And then after that, you want to just drain it out and dump your new oil and your new filter in. So we're going to run this in the old oil for about 15 minutes, and we'll be right back when it's done. All right, so before I dump any sort of engine flush into this engine, I'm just going to check the oil level first, just to see where we're at oil-wise. Now I just ran this car, so it might show a little bit low. Let's put this back in. So we're a touch low, as you could see. We're probably about a third up the dipstick, which is not a huge deal. I did end up topping up this oil recently, where it was about 2/3 of the way up. So I know it's because we just ran the engine. So it's also on an incline, which doesn't help. So this engine oil level is fine. So this is the engine flush product I'm using, which is Liquid-Moly. And on the can itself, it does say that one 500 milliliter can, which is this, is sufficient for 3 to 5 liters of engine oil. So at this case, this car holds about 5.5, the turbo models. Just like I did for the 70, I'm just going to dump the whole bottle in, and we're going to run it for about 10 to 15 minutes, which here it says idle the car. After adding the product, allow the engine to idle for 10 to 15 minutes, depending on the degree of contamination. So in my case, I'm actually just going to run it for the full 15, because this engine's got 514,000 kilometers on it, approaching on 515. So I'm just gonna run it the full 15 minutes. I think I did that as well in the S70, and honestly, like, it's hard to tell any difference, but all I noticed is that blue smoke on startup, on cold start, actually stopped, which was pretty impressive. So it must have done something. So I'm gonna go ahead and try it on this car. It's a completely safe procedure. I've done it before, so I'm gonna walk you guys through how I do it. So you just depress these tabs and open the bottle. It's like a child-proof lock or something. Then I just quickly flushed it in there in case any chemicals have settled the bottom of the container. So once that's done, we can go ahead and open this, and you're going to legit dump it directly into your oil. It's got a light amber color, kind of like brake fluid, and it's very thin and watery. And it's just a mix of chemicals pretty much, so pretty much dump the whole contents. So let's put this bottle, we're going to discard it. We'll cap our engine here. All right, so let's run this thing for 15 minutes. We're going to idle it. I'll put a timer on, and then after that we'll go ahead and dump the oil out and see how it looks. All right, so mileage 514, 518, that's where we're at. Let's go ahead and start it up. Got my timer here. Let's go ahead and fire her up and start the timer. There we go. So as soon as this goes off, we will shut the engine off and drain the oil. And as you can hear, the engine's not making any unusual noises whatsoever. That flush is going to mix with the engine oil, and it will help add detergent. So ultimately what this flush is, as far as I know, it's actually a set of the detergents they put in their own engine oil, Liquid-Moly engine oil, just concentrated, and it's gonna help add those detergents to the oil to clean up the engine. So that's the theory anyways. It seemed to have worked on the S70, so let's see how it works on this V70. Hopefully it'll do kind of the same effect, and I'll report back with my findings. So for 15 minutes, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm not gonna be staring at an engine idling, so I'll be right back when this is done. All right, so we're coming up on time here. I've been monitoring this car here and there. I you know, just kept an eye on it, make sure everything's going good. Engine temperature is good as well. We're just coming up on this 15 minutes, and it's very important to know, only idle. Do not drive this car while the flush is in there. So that is time. All right, time to drain this oil out. Now this is where the fun is really gonna happen, because now it's time to drain the oil out. So you guys know the drill, 17mm wrench. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. That is on there. What the heck? Alright everyone, I've been struggling through with this drain plug. The last time this oil change was done was at a shop, and it looks like they must have over tightened it. So let me go ahead with my 3/8 with a 17mm, and a surprise return is the persuader. So let's get the persuader on there and see how we do now. There we go. Wow, that is on there. Holy mac, that was really over tightened. Okay, let's line up our drain bucket and be super duper careful, because this oil is going to be absolutely stinking piping hot. So just be careful when you go ahead and remove this plug. Make sure you line up your pan, and also be aware that you added 500 milliliters extra of fluid into this pan. So make sure you have a drain bucket that's ready for it, and it's going to be extra liquidy. Positive pressure, and boom. That could have been cleaner. I spilled a little bit on my driveway, but we'll be okay. So we're going to let that drain out. I'm going to leave it on so you guys can watch it drain. But this is really liquidy and really quite dark for having only driven about 5,000 kilometers on this oil. Now that is a crushed drain plug washer if I've ever seen. Look at that. It's got a lip on it. For goodness sake, this thing was quite over tightened. It's an aftermarket bolt. I've got myself a good used OEM drain bolt. I'm going to put on a new washer, and it's going to go back in the pan. Let's clean up the mess here. Oil is thoroughly drained. I've got myself the good used OEM drain plug. Let's put that in. And like I said, guys, when you do drain this oil, make sure that your drain bucket can accommodate the extra 500 milliliters, half a liter of fluid that your oil pan is going to have. So I'm going to go ahead and tighten this by hand. The threads are nice and smooth, which is also really nice. This is actually the first oil change I ever do on this car. The previous one was done at a shop, as seen by the over tightened drain plug. And now here we're going to tighten it correctly. That's all you need. Now it's time to undo the engine oil filter, and I suspect this will be equally over tightened as well, but let's see how it comes out. Oh yeah, normally when I do oil changes, these come out a bit easier. It's almost making me feel like I'm tightening it, but I'm actually loosening it. Holy crap, that thing is on there. Note to self, guys. Do your oil changes yourselves and save the headache of over tightening stuff. There we go. Holy macaroni. And this oil filter hasn't even been on for a year. And look at it, it's tight like crazy. Let's move our bucket into place and continue loosening this thing. There we go. Holy smokes. That's on there. Look how dented the oil filter is. Wow. Alright, let's let that drain out a bit. As you can see, quite liquidy as well. Have your box ready for your old oil filter to go into upwards to minimize mess. That is our goal. There we go. Now I'm going to let this drain for as long as possible. I want to try to get out as much of that old oil as much as possible, and then we'll go ahead and put the oil filter back on. Alright, so it appears that the oil has drained at a sufficient level. I'm going to go ahead and start by cleaning up the mess. It's always a good first step to take. And then let's move in with our brand new Mann W917 engine oil filter. And this time I put some silicone grease on the gasket too. And this time we're not going to over tighten anything. Now at this stage, when we got the gasket touching the actual mating surface, you're going to go ahead and do a half turn, well ideally a 3/4 turn or a full turn. I'm going to go for let's do a 3/4. And that's going to be all you need. And just like that, we're done underneath here. Let's go fill up the engine up top. Alrighty, so today I'm going to be trying out a new oil that I actually started stocking. It's Pennzoil Platinum Euro, full synthetic, 5W40. We're going to try this out, see how it goes in our T5. And if this oil goes well in these old cars, I think I'll continue to stock it. So let's go ahead and try it out and see how it goes. So these engines hold approximately 5.5 liters. So I'm going to go ahead and pour the full 5 in to start. And then from there we could top up as needed, but I think 5 will be a good start. Not my proudest pour, but it's going in okay now. There we go. And I'm going to clean up my mess as soon as possible because I spilled a good little amount of oil here. So let me let that finish draining out. The bottle still has some oil in it. When it starts to come to a drip, I'm going to clean up my mess. I've gone ahead and cleaned the cap itself, and I've applied silicone grease to the seal on the cap. Oil level is sitting at about halfway up the dipstick. I'm going to go ahead and lower the car down, and we're going to let the car sit for a bit and check the level again. Alright, our last step before concluding this is to go ahead and check our engine oil level. Let's wipe it off. I got a clean white lint-free napkin, towel, whatever you want to call it. That's what you need to see the oil level properly. And you can see here we are a little bit low, so I'm going to go ahead and add about half a liter, and that should conclude our oil change. Now, as you guys know, with these 5 cylinders and really any Volvo or Saab, you want to watch out with the oil level. Make sure you don't overfill. I mean, any car in general, but these cars have sensitive PCV systems. Here in North America, with our driving styles, these cars do tend to have PCV issues. Of course, you don't hear much about these issues in Sweden or whatever, but I'll get into that a whole other day. My opinion on these cars and their PCV systems. It's probably a bit different than convention, than what most of the majority of the community seems to agree with, but I have my own opinions. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and dump in about half a liter, and then we should be done with this oil change. So after adding the oil, just make sure you wait about a couple of minutes, let it go back into the pan. We'll go ahead and check our level. And if it's halfway, between halfway and max, you're good to go. Don't add any more than that. Let me see here. And right here you can see we're 2/3 of the way up, and I'm really happy with that, honestly. That's usually where I leave the oil on these cars. I don't like to overfill it. Of course, as you know, the engine warms up, this oil is going to expand and actually go up a bit, so just keep that in mind. So that's why you never really want to fill these things to max. You want to keep them just below max, maybe about 90 to 80% of 90% of the way up, and you're golden. All right, so now it's time to throw this oil out, and you can see it's very liquidy. So you could tell that the detergent has definitely thinned out the oil, and it is quite black, really dark actually, really nut brown. There's no particles in it, nothing. I looked with a light. Nothing to be concerned about. I could always cut open the oil filter for a fun experiment as well. But honestly, this doesn't look bad at all. But you can tell it is quite liquidy. So we're going to go ahead and recycle this and bring it to the right recycling centers. So I'll make sure to report back on the next oil change on this car. I'll make sure to report back and my findings and what I've noticed about having this engine flush done on this car. Now on my girlfriend's 1989 Volvo V70, it actually made a really significant difference, and I stopped seeing that blue smoke on startup. So ultimately I'm hoping this will be the same situation. This is a very high mileage engine, so for me to do this engine flush on here, honestly it shouldn't hurt anything, like it didn't hurt anything on the S70, and it should actually maybe help benefit some stuff. So we'll see how that all goes. But honestly everyone, that's all I really have to say. And if you guys enjoyed the video, or if it helped out, shed some light on an oil flush, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more future videos and stuff like this. And I hope you guys really did enjoy this, and have a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.